And welcome to a year of eternal love. A Course in Miracles, workbook for students, lesson 149. We are still in our fourth review with My Mind Holds Only What I Think with God as its central theme. And the two lessons that we'll be reviewing today is lesson 137, when I am healed, I am not healed alone. And lesson 138, heaven is the decision I must make. If I still look at this world through the ego mind, the ego fear-based thought system, I feel that I'm alone, that I'm separate from everyone else, and that I'll be constantly looking for love, fulfillment, validation. And the ego is so insidious. It will impose guilt. It'll compare everyone else to each other. It'll create specialness, that why we may be better than someone else, better off, or more deserving of another. But when we come and sit down with ourselves and realize that with cause and effect, that it is our unity, our oneness, that is the truth. Psychologically, the ego takes us away from reality, takes us away from the truth that all of our minds are linked. We're not just spirits that are one. It's one spirit. It's one mind. It's the one mind of the source of all that is, the divine intelligence. But when I think with the ego, I'm thinking with the split mind. I'm thinking with the fear mind. But when I unite, and when I sit with the truth, and I extend love instead of projecting fear from the ego mind, I realize that love is the only thing that is real. It is the beliefs. Because when we are in the ego mind, we project out what we feel is true. We project the forms of all that we see through the body's eyes. But what is real is never seen through the physical eyes. It doesn't take eyesight. It takes insight. And the only thing that is real, this reality, this nowness, this moment that you and I are in right now, is the only thing that is real. But when I look at all these different forms, when I look at this computer and the screen that I'm talking through to you right now and I'm emitting to you right now, is a belief, is a form. You're getting this information through me, through way of energy. We believe in the forms too much and not realizing what it really is. It's why, again, this course, the workbook for students, started off with what I believe and the world I see is meaningless. It's not to say that there is no meaning to anything, or meaning to life, or anything like that. We're here to do God's work, to share the miracle of our oneness together, to heal our perception of the fear mind. We learn fear here. These were beliefs. And to this day, we're still projecting that out into the world. That's what we're here to do. Our only function as the light of the world, to bring this world out of darkness into light, is to heal our perception, to come back to our oneness, to come back to unity. And that is not exclusive. When I heal someone else. I heal our minds. When I heal someone else, I am healed. And that is also why we believe in these forms so much, that heaven, the definition of heaven, is the state of the awareness that this separation never occurred, that we are not separate from Source, from God, from you and I, that it never happened. We're healing our perception that it did. It never happened. Never happened. And so if that's the only thing that's real, why do I have to choose that? Because we have this programming, this conditioning, the free will, and the split mind. We've had so much conditioning and programming. This is why we have this. It's why we have a year of eternal love. It's why we have A Course in Miracles. This workbook. 365 lessons dedicated to the undoing of that perception, of that programming, in the second half of that year to the truth. We have to wipe away the lens, wipe away our perception, wipe away the fear that has colored how we see the world, how we see ourselves. So that is why it's a decision that I must make. It's a decision I must make every single day to remind myself not to walk with fear and to be leading with love. What other choice is there to make? Is there anything else more important? I want to thank you for joining with me today. This is a year of eternal love. I love you. And I hope you'll join me for tomorrow's lesson. And until then, God bless.